This is Gary Chambers with the Rouge Collection. I'm here with Joshua Thomas. How you doing today, man?
Fine, and you?
Josh, just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into the promotions business.
Well, I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana, 50 miles west of here, right down the street. I've been in promotions for over 8 years. When I was in college, I started working in nightclubs and became a bouncer and worked my way up. And I saw how well the club owner was doing with concerts. He'd lose some money, but he'd make some too. And I just fell in love with the business. Something that I love to do, something I enjoy to do, bringing people together, regardless of race, creed, color. And it's just fun. But I've been doing it for over 8 years. Bring shows all over the United States of America. Partnered up with some really good people, Fly Straight Entertainment. My company is Power Circle Promotions. We came together, man. We're just doing it bigger and bigger and better and better.
So you got a great event coming to Baton Rouge this weekend. Tell us a little bit about it.
I'm excited about it, man. It's the Spring Gospel Festival. It's starring Mary and James Fortune. It's this Saturday, April 13th at the BR River Center. The show starts at 7 p.m. And really excited about it because, you know, you can do a rock concert, you can do a rap concert. When you do a gospel concert, it's not a concert, it's a worship experience. You're bringing people from various denominations, various creeds that are coming together to praise God. We're really excited about it. We're doing it in Mobile, Alabama the day before. But since Louisiana is my home state, I'm excited. You know, I went to Southern University back in the day. I'm not gonna tell you what year. We're gonna keep that between you and I. But I've lived in Baton Rouge. Got a lot of friends here, a lot of colleagues here, and I'm excited about bringing something. This is my first event in Baton Rouge. I'm excited about it.
Okay, so tell me, what can we expect from an event hosted that's produced by your company?
That's a good question. Well, you can definitely expect the artist to show up.
Okay.
I think
that's key.
And you know, I think that's the most important thing.
Okay.
And people want their money's worth. They don't want the artist to come out and just give this bland rendition of songs that they know by heart. They come to the concert. I mean, you already have the CD, or with Mary, you see him on WeTV. But we converse with the artist and we let them know what we expect from them before we even book them. So with our shows, of course, they're going to start on time. They're going to be well organized. They're always going to be in very nice venues, in the nicest venue that the area has to offer. And also the artists, they're going to get a pep talk before they go out on the stage. We're going to make this more than business, more than just a consumer, but definitely a fan. You know, the fans, we let them know what the fans expect, and we go over in detail what we expect from them. And it's not just going to be, you know, I tell them, look, we can press play on the CD. If we're going to get exactly what's on the CD, we need you to make it come alive.
Right.
And the artists have complied. They always show up and show out, and Mary shouldn't be any different.
Okay, well, tell me, what advice would you give to somebody who's young and, you know, young and getting it is the way I'll say it, you know, trying to get their foot in the game. What advice would you give to somebody who's just getting started?
Definitely, you need to study your craft. I started out as a bouncer at a nightclub. When I was a college student, I would work Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. I didn't start out as a promoter, as somebody who was making the decisions. I got a chance. One of my favorite quotes is, "A smart man learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from the smart man's mistakes." Watch the smart people around you. Watch the people who are in the business that you want. It's got to be something you love, because sometimes you're going to hit home runs, sometimes you're going to strike out. That's just the nature of any business, that's the nature of life. But you got to get up, you have to keep an optimistic attitude, and be a student of the game, be a student of the profession. Because promoting, people think it's really easy, but it's not. It's very difficult. You have a lot of competition. Even in rural areas, you have a lot of competition. So with that being said, I think the most important thing would be to study your craft.
You think it's and I like to kind of dive into things like that, because I see so many people, from my perspective, that they're talented, they have skills, they have great ideas, but no structure. And they don't have the ability to sustain in the game or whatever avenue that they're going into, because they lack structure.
Yeah.
And you touched on being wise just a little bit. Can you tell me an experience for you that has helped you to kind of cultivate that gift of being able to, because you can't just draw talent like that, you know, Mary without a name. You know, they don't just come just because you said, hey, can you come down? You know, you got to have money, and you got to have something that says, you know, this is a reputable person to work with.
That's correct. Ray Kroc, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he was the father of the franchise. He's the guy who started McDonald's. And Ray Kroc went to the McDonald's brothers, who were very talented in making hamburgers, very talented in making French fries and shakes and everything else. And he saw their talent. He capitalized on it. He offered them some money, and he learned from them. He worked with them, but ultimately, he owns, and his estate still owns every McDonald's that you see. What I'm saying is that I think the biggest downfall that people can make in any business is thinking that they can do it all on their own. They're very talented people, and you have to be a scout of talent. I'm not the best organizer. You talked about structure. Structure is paramount, but I'm not the most structured person. I'm an entrepreneur, and I also think artistically. So I need a project coordinator. My project coordinator has been in this business for over 16 years. She's put on over 485 concerts. So I'm not just gonna say, well, I'm Joshua Thomas, I know it all.
Right.
It's not gonna happen. You can't do that.
Right. You
have to come in with humility and stating that I wanna learn this. And no matter how, okay, I've been doing this for 8 years, so what? There are people who've been doing it for 20 and 38. So I need to learn from those people, and I need to recruit them onto my team. So I think the most important thing is that you have to be a resource manager. You have to get the people with connections. You have to get the person who has the structure, the people who have the money, and bring those together as a team. The name of my company, hence Power Circle Promotion. It's power in the circle. There's power when we come together, and that's the idea. This is not an individual thing. Yeah, I'm the CEO of the company. I'm by far not the only person.
There's no I in think, right?
Not at all. Not at all.
We have a signature question that we ask at the end of all of our interviews, and it is, if you could say one statement to every single person in the world, what would it be and why?
One statement to every single person in the world. I give a couple of sentences.
Whatever you want.
Well, I'm a philosopher, so be you. You know, be you. Be an individual. 7 billion people on this earth, and not one of us have the same fingerprint. Society, even religion, government, they try to put us in molds. It makes us more predictable, more controllable, and people begin to become carbon copies of people who aren't even real, genuine individuals. And you're ostracized for your individuality. You rob this world when you are not yourself. So you definitely need to tap into your individuality. And there's nothing wrong with you. You're not crazy, you're not odd, you're not weird. You're you, and there's nobody else like that. And I want everybody to know that.
Wow. Well, this is Gary Chambers, and I'm signing off with the philosopher Joshua Thomas.